everybody. Welcome back to the Ambitious Crew. It has been a bit. It's been, a few months? Yeah. There's some technical difficulties, we can say, We're back, and this time we have a high school teacher, Mr. Frost.
Let's go.
Or, now we can say Daniel Frost, right? Now we can say Daniel Frost.
Yeah, Dan's good.
Yeah, but I'll say sir because I don't know why it feels like it feels right for some reason. Feels right. So how's it like teaching at college? How's that like?
Teaching is good, man. Like I've been doing it for a few years now. So like every year you kind of teach a few of the same subjects. So you kind of get a feel for it.
What are you teaching again?
I kind of teach a lot of the sports stuff. So I'm doing sport and rec and doing PE and stuff. And no, it's good, man. Like if the kids are into it, like most kids are into sports. So it's good, man. And they do like a bit of arts and stuff as well. So a bit of drama, a bit of music.
Yeah. That's pretty right. Well, when did you start teaching? Because I remember I was in year 7. That's when you came in our grade. That was like, you were 22 then, weren't you?
Yeah, bro, making me feel old.
Yeah, how old are you?
I was like 23, man.
23?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
29.
Oh, no, you're right. You're still young. You're still young. You're 29. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's okay. Damn, hold up now. This is... Nah, yeah, we're getting up there. Because it's been, 2 years out of school. Oh, we 19.
Do you feel 29? Yeah, we're 19, yeah. Do you feel 29? Yeah.
Some days, man, like I still play a lot of sport, so noticing that like my body doesn't pull up as quick.
Yeah.
Days still a bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I still rip it up with the young fellas. And play.
I mean, you also have younger siblings, and they're a few years apart. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Because isn't Mattia the youngest, if I'm not wrong?
Yeah.
So,
and she's turned 20. So.
20?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm 19. Damn, that's great.
Yeah, so she's same age as you guys.
Yeah, that's so isn't it? Aren't you the oldest? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And how many more siblings do you have?
Yeah, so I'm the eldest, and then obviously Tia, and then I've got a younger sister who's a year and a half younger than me, and then Josh, who's 5 years younger than me. So.
No, so you got a few things. Okay.
Yeah,
and Josh is working at Heights College as well.
Yeah, it's good.
Does Mattia want to work at Heights College?
No, I don't know, but she's she works at like a daycare and stuff, so she's kind of in that field as well.
Yeah, I remember. It was I think before graduation, she was telling me that she wanted to become that sort of I think a teacher or something. She could have changed her mind, obviously.
Yeah. A bit. Well, she likes like working with the younger ones, so not really like her like high schoolers, but just like more of the toddlers. And
toddlers. I mean, I reckon it'd be a little easier. They could get a little annoying, but
Oh, bro, I couldn't do it, man. Like I'm primary trained, but like as soon as I went into actual teaching, like I just got too tired from just like the neediness.
So when you first got into teaching, you went straight into primary school teaching?
No, like I was doing all my placements in like primary schools and that. And then kind of like got offered a job in middle school. I was just like ripping it up in there, and I was just like, oh, this feels good. And then I was like, I had some experience like teaching primary again. And then I was like, oh, nah. It's not for me. Like they come to me and want me to tie their shoes and stuff. No. It's like, it's like not for me.
Yeah. But, I was thinking it was. I remember the incident because you are so young, and even in middle school, they are kind of getting close to your age. Because we were 13, 14, and you were like 23. So even though it wasn't, you were compared to other teachers, you were so young.
Oh yeah, like when I finished, like I was like 23. But then the high schoolers I was teaching, like I taught year 12, and they were like 18.
Yeah, I was
like, oh dude, like
So how did that work?
It was tough, man. Like it was tough because I had to like learn that I wasn't a student anymore. Like, and it's like I'm good now, obviously, but the relationship's different. Like I can't treat students like they're my friends.
Yeah.
Even though you're like friendly, but you're like an authority figure, so it's like I still have to kind of step up and pull you into line, and if you're like buddy, it makes that like really tough.
Well, buddy, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, like if I was just treating you like a mate, when you were playing up, like it'd be hard for me to be like, oh no, like that's not cool.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
It's good now though. Would you think it would be easier to get up a mate than to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I feel like now, because I've got the age gap on my students, it's a lot easier to differentiate, like, hey, you're a student, I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
You need to, like, I think it's more of a respect thing because it's like, if I've only got like 4 years on a student or 5 years on a student, I can't, like, I have to really work hard for that respect.
Yeah.
Whereas kids like look up to old people and they're like, something like most of the time just like naturally respect them. So
has there ever been an incident where a student has kind of gone out the line, kind of just
dude,
every day?
man, like, far out, like,
What's the top?
man.
What's the worst one you experience? You know,
obviously I can't say names, but like there was a kid like recently that was kind of like in a fight and they had to pull him apart and stuff, and yeah, he got in a bit of trouble. So that's like
Fighting the heights. That's almost like
breaking up fights and stuff. Like he was kind of punching into this kid and pulling him off. So
yeah, well.
my jits came in here, wrapped him up a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you do I'm right. Is it BJJ?
Yeah,
Bruce, right? Yeah, I remember I did it. I think you had classes. Yeah, I remember it was me and Darcy because I don't know what we had. So we came down. Yeah. So we came down. That was a long time. It was like just I think a few months before we were graduating, and we had some free time, so we went into sales class. And was teaching all that. Yeah. Oh, that was fun because I remember I was on the ground, and then I'm there fully trying to like pin him down, and he says that. So you know how he's doing this? This is where he grew up. I'm like, he's teaching while beating my ass. What is this?
Yeah.
And he turns me around and puts me in a chokehold, and I'm just like,
you got me with a head triangle.
Oh, the triangle.
Yeah, you got me with a head triangle.
No, they're good.
I like tried to pull you up and reef you up, but you held on to my leg so I couldn't extend it up. And I never saw someone do that move, so I was doing training and whatnot afterwards, trying to just be like a monkey, just grabbing it and squeezing and yeah.
Dude, I probably did jits for like maybe 2 and a bit years. Like I didn't even do it, but like it's crazy. Like even learning the basics of jiu-jitsu, like you just got such an advantage on people in terms of just the fundamentals of how people move and how people shouldn't move. Just like exploiting those.
That's awesome. Yeah,
it's good. So did you get into it like when you were doing your
just a little bit? Like learning a couple moves, like the arm bar and the head triangle.
Yeah. I think we just never got too far because we really focused on boxing a little more.
More striking.
Yeah, more striking. And Taffy loves the whole thing.
Oh, yeah,
he told me so. Yeah.
I remember him being pretty keen on it.
Yeah. So are you still doing?
Nah, I haven't done it in a little while.
Yeah,
but I still love it, man. Like, still every time, like a few of my mates like moved to Brizzy, so we kind of dropped it off, and then the place that I was training at, the gym, they kind of closed down as well. So it's like a few things that kind of like stopped.
Was this in Rocky? Is this Fitzroy MMA?
Yeah,
they closed down.
Yeah,
right. Okay.
Yeah, so I think they Brant, the guy who was running it, I think he does something now again, like out in Yeppoon. I don't know, like, but
that sounds familiar.
Did he?
I think Brant Kogel. I think he's
maybe.
Yeah, he's real good.
I think did he ever host a charity match?
Yeah,
that's the guy.
That's him. Yeah.
He's doing the Warriors way now.
That's him.
Okay, yeah, Brand. Yeah. I remember.
I didn't know he owned and ran for
FMA. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Good. Did you ever fight? I'm sorry.
Him?
No. Hey, I'm sorry. Like, what's the word? Did you ever go into like competition for BJ?
Oh no, like I was in a comp and then I like got injured or something. I think I like rolled my ankle or like one of the trainers there like put me in a bit of a ankle lock or something, or I think I was just like he like mounted me and the like my foot just got like I don't know how to explain it, but just like my foot like rolled real weird and he kind of sat on it and then it's just like it hurts.
Is it still hurting now since then?
Oh no, like I re-injure it every now and then. It's all sweet now.
What's like
I play a couple, man. Like I like my hobbies, so I've been getting into golf actually.
Oh, that's awesome.
Old man sport. Yeah. But Dad like plays quite a bit, so
it's fun though playing.
Oh yeah, it
dude,
is.
Like it can be frustrating,
dude. I was just gonna say that like golf is one of those sports where it's just like I like my sports, but then golf just like makes me so frustrated. I feel like I'm a patient person. Then I get out on a golf course and I'm like throwing clubs, bro. Especially my putter, man. That thing's gone flying. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's on the green, eh?
Oh, bro, like, yeah, you have like a good approach onto the green and then you have 3-putt or something, you just want to throw it. So
yeah, it's a pain. It's actually a pain. Yeah. No, I relaxed.
The best part of golf when we went out was driving the buggies.
Yeah, for sure.
Just driving.
Oh, yeah. It's good.
Little skids.
Yeah.
I remember you going.
Yeah, like going out with mates and just like, yeah. it's good, man. Having some snacks on the buggy and making it more of a social thing's good.
Yeah.
For sure.
Then we just get competitive because that's how we are, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Then the competition. Yeah, it's crazy.
What's the other sport you play?
Oh, I play a few. Like, I do touch footy for club, so
that's awesome.
I'm still doing that. And then play squash as just like a social thing.
Touch footy for club. Which club do you play for?
I play for Bucks. And then I also play for one called Centurions, which is like a B men's group. So, yeah.
Cool. Right, so you've done all these sports, and we know because we've seen you from high school. You're very athletic as well. You're a pretty sporty person,
athletic person.
Yeah. So why did you take up teaching?
I don't know, man. Like I think initially, like my family's like very much into like church stuff, and so like they do like ministry stuff and like working with people, and I think that's like naturally where my heart is too, like just working with people and doing more of that social thing, or like teaching, like you said, I've got like younger siblings, so kind of even just like at home stuff, like coaching them and teaching them stuff, helping them with the homework and stuff. It kind of just like, it felt right. So
it was kind of like in your like a family thing anyway. So it's kind of I've done that. Yeah.
I mean, like I was doing music before that though. Like I did a year of jazz music. And I like went to the con and I was like learning music, and I was like, no, I feel like teaching's
just your calling. Yeah. So okay,
it's good.
That's really cool.
What about you boys? Like, anyone feel led to teaching?
No,
should come into it?
I thought about it a couple times.
Yeah,
but just thoughts.
Yeah. It was
not like big in depth, like just a couple thoughts. I was like, nah.
I had a really good conversation with one of my aunties, Isaac's auntie, basically. But she's all auntie. Yeah. So, what's the word? She's also our auntie as well. Like, that's just how our relationship is. And she's a really godly woman. And so whenever I have questions about my dreams and like that, I go to her. And I was asking, I said, auntie, in my head, I want to become a businessman. And I'm just, and it's weird, but I don't want to chase money. But when you come to business, that's one part of the part is like a little gift you get from it's money. You become, a thing. And I said that basically, God doesn't want every single person to become a teacher.
Yeah.
Like God wants someone in power. God wants someone in business, someone in or sports or in all those areas, so that when He needs them, He can use them to help His things out. And that really opened my eyes. And I said, what I'm doing, what I'm chasing, is the right mind, and that God has put me in that position for a reason.
Yeah, and you also got to remember too, like He gives you different gifts and talents and different personalities, and like when you're choosing a career path, you got to look at what feels right for you and what your strengths are, and find a career that kind of matches up with those strengths. Yeah, because like the saying, like if you really love what you're doing, it's not gonna you'll never work another day in your life because it feels like you love what you're doing. And there are times that I don't like teaching, like, and even just like recently, I'm like, oh man, why am I doing this? But it's because it's like, you're dealing with behaviors and stuff, but then you got to come back to like that first love of it and just like, okay, now I've got kind of strengths in this area. Like I like doing my sports stuff and coaching young people and having those relationships. So it's like, coming back to that first love is good.
It seems rewarding as well.
Like sometimes you got to wait a little bit till you see the reward. Like after an assessment's due, or even like years later when you've still got a relationship with past students and they come up to you and they're like, oh no, like you actually made a difference for me and stuff. Yeah. So it's like, can be a little while.
Has anybody else made a difference in your life?
I got like my favorite teachers and stuff, but it's interesting. Like when you're young, your mind is so malleable. Like
what's malleable mean?
It's like you can be shaped easily.
Okay.
Yeah. And I feel like you're looking to find purpose and identity. Like you don't really know who you are. You're looking to your friends to find who you are and stuff. And so it's in those moments where like a teacher says something to you, or like encourages you, and you just like latch onto it because it's like, oh man, that made such a difference to me in that time. So yeah, I've got people like that. Like OC was a champ. Like he
good old Mr. OC.
Yeah, he's so good.
How is Mr. OC doing?
He's doing well.
That's all.
He actually retires at the end of this year, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know.
He retires.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So and
is he going away anywhere? Is he going to like live in the country? He seems like a countryman.
I don't really know. Like, I know he does like his bird thing. Like, did you know about that?
No. No, actually, I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Like he,
tell me about that.
He like has a big bird aquarium or something, and he like judges the birds and stuff at competitions.
That's very impressive.
So he's like right into it. So I don't know much about it, but yeah.
I remember talking about math class. I remember all the jokes that I made about him being old. Oh, it was crazy. Because it was Mr. OC, I don't know if you realized, sure. It was like a little banter he has with students, little jokes here and there. So we, make jokes back. It's funny. Because I used to call him, when Jesus was around, you used to be his best friend.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
I
think he's one of those. I think those kind of teachers are needed in those places. It's something that, like with Mr. McAnthony, like, when I go to school, not every day you feel like going to school. And when you're young, you're like, I hate school. All that stuff happens. Yeah. But when you walk into that and you see people like Mr. OC and Mr. McAnthony, who you just see them walking and they're like they're smiling and cheerful. People, you could talk to them, they smile, they're cheerful, and they have the energy. Yeah. And it lights up my day when I do see those kind of people.
Yeah, he's like always singing.
Yeah.
He doesn't like work full time anymore, but he comes in for like relief work and stuff. Yeah. So. Still smiling, still singing.
Yeah, he has the most beautiful style I've ever seen. He's amazing, man. No homo. He's amazing. He's actually.
So Dan, what do you think the biggest difference is between Heights College and other Christian schools?
Oh, dude, I don't know, man. Like I haven't even worked at other Christian schools. I couldn't even say.
Yeah.
Based on my experience in other schools, like I suppose I could compare it to places that I've worked at in the past. And I won't name schools, but like I think just the fact that it is a Christian school and that the staff are Christian, like I feel like being Christian, you tend to work on yourself more.
Yeah.
And I think like, your conscience kind of pulls you up when you're angry or you're hateful or you're impatient, like those things. So there's like a constant journey of like as staff, because we got Christian staff. It's like we're in a constant journey of just like trying to become more like Christ, and that reflects in becoming more patient, becoming more joyful, like Mr. McAnthony and stuff. So I just think like, and this may not necessarily always be the case because we're still human, but like the staff are trying to be the best they can be. For the sake of the job and being a good influence. So I think that's a big factor. Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. I'm pretty sure when I was first introduced to Heights College, my parents told me it's one of the best schools in Rickhampton.
Right, which school did you come from?
Oh, Frenchville State School.
Right.
Yeah.
That was from primary.
Yeah, from primary. And then I came in year 6 to Heights College. I do a whole test. And I thought it was dumb, so when I passed, I was like, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty smart. So I think in year 6, I came here. And then I think, and we met in year 8 or 7. Or might be both.
Something like that,
yeah, something like that. And then I'm pretty sure in year 9, I left to Brisbane, came back. And then now we're here. Yeah. I had a good journey, yeah.
You went to Brisbane for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember that.
Yeah, year 9, term 2.
Oh.
Yeah, I left to Brisbane.
What, just for a term?
No. My mum moved to Brisbane.
Right.
And then after I think I came back to see my friends, and then I was like, I want to stay here. My friends are here, and mom, being my mother, she is, and she's like, oh, cool, I can, because she's a nurse, so it's very easy to transport from jobs to here.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. So she's like, that's cool, I can do that. And then luckily, I'm really happy that I'm here because my relationship with God grew a lot when I came back to school.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because again, Mr. McAnthony, he changed my life so much. He's my one teacher that I look up to every single day.
So good.
And it's amazing.
Right, he'd be good on the pod, actually.
Yeah, we have him on.
Yeah. Oh, let's go.
Yeah, he's just a little busy. We just gave him the time whenever he can make it. So we just gotta wait until he gives the time limit.
Yeah.
We'll be happy.
That's sick.
We're trying to have a lot of people on, actually.
Yeah. Well, I actually I taught Yumong at Glenmore before before he came to, like, I literally did like placement, just like teaching training or whatever at Glenmore, and at that time he was in year 6.
Oh wow,
crazy, man, crazy. And I just like remember him being like, there was like him and a fella named like Carl or something, one of
Yeah,
his,
Carl. Yeah, I think
best
it's
mate.
Carl. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
dude,
I
and
could
they
be
were
wrong.
just like, yeah, they would be so noisy in class,
Yeah.
talking and stuff. So.
Young's probably in Brisbane watching this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if he's moved yet, but he's thinking.
Pretty sure he has.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
he moved, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I remember he was talking about moving to Brisbane because I had an opportunity somewhere. And I think he's moved, I'm pretty sure. Because it's been a few months when he talked about it. So he's moved.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. He's a photographer.
Yeah.
As well. Like he takes a lot
I've
of
seen,
pictures,
I've seen some of that stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty nice, yeah. Boy, man. Man, do you feel like, because a lot of your friends, like you said, they've moved down to Brisbane. Have you got any other people that you can still talk to? Friends, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Like, I feel like it's good to have like different community groups. Like, I mean, and obviously church is a big one for me. Like, I've got friends in church, but then like my other sports stuff, like there's different clubs that I'm involved in, and I've got friends in there. Yeah, friends as well. And like, I feel like having multiple different community groups that you're involved in, it's like you become a more well-rounded person. And it's cool, like walking around like Stocklands or whatever, and you like see this person, you're like, oh, hey, and then, you know, just got those friends from different places. It's cool.
Would you stay in Rockhampton for the next 5-10 years?
Bro, like I was really contemplating moving to Sunshine Coast.
Oh,
bro, because it's just like so nice.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's like not so like Brisbane for me is like too busy and like nothing against it, but like Sunshine Coast, I've got friends there already, and it kind of feels like Rocky, but then it's like nicer and a little bit bigger and like
got a beach as well. Like
beach, like
they have a good beach.
Yeah. So like, if I were to move, it would be there. But I think like for me, I think about what are the things that are important to me, and like family's like so high on the list for me. Like I'm close with my family. Like I just think. Like my sister just had a second baby. Oh, so like staying close to family is cool. Like, yeah, even like some people think Rocky's like dodgy or a hole or whatever, but it's like I don't know. I feel like it's the people that make a place nice. Yeah, you know. So I think that's kind of high on the priority list for me, and I like my job as well. So
did you grow up in Rocky as well?
I was born in Gympie.
Okay.
So up until like the age of 2. And then I moved here. And,
pretty cool.
Yeah, Dad had like a mechanic apprenticeship or something.
Oh yeah, talking about Dad, isn't he? I could be wrong. Isn't he pastor for us?
Yeah, he's a pastor. So he was a mechanic first. Had like an apprenticeship. Moved to Rocky for that, and it was kind of like working as a mechanic for a while for Lawrence's, and then he just got. Like around my age, actually, he kind of started doing his pastor thing. So.
That's awesome. Are you going to follow in the footsteps?
Nah, I don't know, man. Like at the moment, I'm like pretty comfortable with teaching and stuff. But
does teaching pay well?
Like, yeah, it's pretty good. I won't go into like actual.
Yeah, no, you don't have to.
What I make, but like it's decent. Like you'll make enough to make a living.
Is it different between like the pay?
Compared to state system.
Private school and a state,
yeah. Like I don't know the exact amount, but you go to a good private school, you should be on par with state system pay, if not higher.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was always private get paid more than public. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I mean, like in some really nice private schools, you will.
Grammar school,
like the grammar, the grammar, they get paid really well. But I heard like recently that there's going to be like a pay increase for state system.
Oh wow!
Yeah, for government workers.
That will affect private school.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like if we try and match it, that'd be sweet.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Protesting, going strike.
Yeah. Isn't it like also the more you go high in positions in teaching as well? Because like headmaster, all that. Because I think all that stuff, experience, right?
Yeah,
experience, most of
money. So the way that happens at my school, like. We kind of get a pay increase every year, like with experience.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, up until like 10 years or something, I think. So that's cool. And
so how far are you right now?
Huh?
How far are you right now? Like 5 years experience?
Yeah, like 7 years or 8 years.
Oh, you're nearly there?
Yeah. So, 10 years. But then you're right. Like if you're obviously headmaster or a senior teacher or something, I'm pretty sure you make more.
Okay.
Obviously, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I only know what I make. So.
Yeah, we heard some rumors because it was one of the teachers. I think my friends because I don't know how we know, but it was through family and friends. They're like, oh, she lives in a good ass house. And I'm like, okay, that means that they make a lot more money than a lot of teachers back there. I'm like, okay. So I really understood that. Some teachers make a lot of money just because, young kids, our brains, they have a nice house means good money.
For sure.
So we were like, yeah, okay.
Well, in saying that, man, like, yeah, you can have a nice house too, but you still got to pay it off.
Yeah, the mortgage, eh?
Yeah,
it's gonna hurt.
Are you paying off a mortgage?
Nah, I'm like, when I was younger, my grandma's in like real estate, so she owns like quite a few properties. So, I'm renting one of her houses, and she she's pretty good to me. Like, and I have a housemate and whatever. But, I think if I wasn't as comfortable as I was, I would have jumped on that. There's like a big kind of, I don't want to say like recession, but like there's house prices were quite low during like COVID.
Oh, they were, yeah.
And prior to that, but now they're like booming. So
they're
it's like, it's so tough to like find a nice house. So like even, my brother and sister, like they bought a house back in COVID and they paid like $320 or $330 for a 4-bedroom house.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Which is like wild. Now you're looking at spending like $500.
Yeah.
Easy. And that's like for bottom of the, like how crazy is that? Like $150,000 difference in a couple of years.
Yeah.
So your grandma would be happy then. Like making more money off her portfolio or something like that.
I was about to say. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't really think about it. Like, she doesn't, like, she kind of like lives off the houses and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's done it right.
That's awesome.
She living her life.
Man, I'm spitting so much. Sorry, bro. So she kind of like travels around and sees the grandkids and stuff. So
can I ask whereabouts in Rocky?
Where I live?
Yeah.
I live like 5 minutes away from you that way.
Okay.
Oh, is that where the new thing about?
Not really. Like
by the river, like that new estate?
Kind of in that area.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in the nice state.
We're not going to come to your house and slash it.
I'm kind of worried now. Follow me home.
No, you won't.
Put an air tag in there. I'm joking. I won't do that. I've seen things with the air tags. It's like, it help because Apple air tags, where you put in your bag or something. So if you lose your bag, you can get it. Yeah, it was. I think it was. I had the news on that. It was like these people. They would put air tags in the cars they wanted to steal, and they would put it in the gas or somewhere hidden.
Yeah,
and they would just come and steal it.
Yeah, that's smart.
Crazy.
So people, obviously, America for some reason, it's always America. I don't know why. So they were having that problem. So a lot of people just started checking their cars, and a lot of them found air tags. A lot of them. So the mind's an evil place. People use it for good. Some people use it for bad. Yeah. But I want to go on the mind thing.
Yeah.
Have you obviously you have lived longer than us, so you've experienced more battles with spirituality and with God. All those mind, spirituality goes in your mind, all that stuff. How are you with struggling through those temptations and all that? How was that like? Cool.
Bro, to be honest, like I feel like temptation is always going to be there.
Yeah.
Like there's not a moment where you're not going to face temptation. And I think you, because you're always going to face them, you just got to put boundaries in place for yourself. Like it's still a temptation to have my phone with access to porn or whatever. Like I've got a girlfriend. Like you still just have to have boundaries in place so that you're not as tempted. Like the Bible says that we're to run away or flee from temptation or youthful lust and stuff. Like you're not supposed to linger with the temptation. Like, if you just have it there, man. Like of course you're gonna stumble and fall and stuff. So it's just like recognizing that we are all tempted and like we're weak and we're gonna make mistakes and stuff, and trying to give ourselves some common, like have that common sense and be like, nah, if I'm feeling tempted, I just gotta get rid of it.
Have a strong mind.
Yeah.
Would you say that going to church helped you out a lot?
Well, I would say having a community helped.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, on the porn thing, like having a group of guys around that you can talk to and bring focus is like really helpful. Because what happens, man, like with sin, like if you keep it in the dark and you just face it alone, it's a lot harder. Whereas if you have a community of guys around you that you can talk to, older people that you can talk to and give you a vision of how much better your life could be with discipline, it's easier to make those hard decisions. Yeah. Because sin promises a lot, but it doesn't deliver. Like, think of any temptation.
I like that. No, that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, think of any temptation. Like, it always it says, like, if you have this thing, your life is going to be better.
Yeah. But
then it doesn't, like, deliver. Like, and I feel like doing things God's way, yeah, it's tough in the immediate future, but it leads to better reward in the long term. Whereas sin's flipped around. It's like, I'm going to give you a good immediate future, but then your long-term future is going to be crap. Like,
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Have you ever had spirituality attack?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I was actually talking to a guy the other day, like my friend, and he was like, man, sharing like some wild stories about like just dreams and stuff. Like, I don't know how deep you want to go with it, but like,
deep as you want. Yeah, whatever you want to share.
You like that stuff?
Yeah, because I had experience.
You share your experience. So like,
yeah, okay, so you got a good idea. Yeah, okay. So I have two, but I go to the first one. So I was in my uncle's house. I was babysitting my little cousin, and I was on TikTok, and it was pretty late at night. And then I was like, I just got to sleep. So I went to sleep, turned the phone, I went to sleep. And it instantly, by the way, transitioned into a dream, and I'm still watching TikTok. But the problem is, the TikTok that I was watching, it was fully dark, evil stuff. And for some reason, my mind was getting convinced. That was a video. It was a guy with a black beard, black face, like South Indians, and he had white painting, like white marks like this. Yeah. And he said, you should become, and I forgot the word he said, but he said, you should become blah, blah, blah. And I was something inside me, and I just realized this is evil. I gotta turn my phone off. Turn my phone off, and I got up, and in my head, I subconsciously knew that Taffy was in one of the rooms. So I went open the door, and then in my head, I was like, no, I have to say the word Jesus. I have to say Jesus just to confirm. And I tried. I said, I couldn't say it.
Crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't say it. So like, no. I shouted it out, and I felt like this great power just in my body, just like, you know, when it's like Super Saiyan mode, like Goku or something like that.
Yeah.
So I felt that power, and then I walked to Taffy's room. And now, you know those old switches, turn on and off lights? Yeah. So I turned the light on. I'm looking at Taffy, light turns off. Light off, look at Taffy, turns off. I'm like, screw it, I gotta try that stuff again. So I go to Taffy, and on my right-hand side, I can sense basically a very dark, evil something there. So I say, in Jesus' name, get out of here.